Hi, I'm Asha. Welcome to the Girl Talk HQ weekly wrap-up. So today's topic is all about our relentless pursuit of perfection and the unattainable image of beauty that the media puts out there and that for some reason we're supposed to aspire to. There's been a couple of stories out there in the media lately and another incident which I personally experienced that I thought I definitely have to share this in a video. So the first story is about a mommy blogger. Her name is Brooke Birmingham. She's from Chicago. And she recently lost a lot of weight over the course of 4 years. She was in touch with Shape magazine, who regularly feature women who have lost weight, to talk about their bodies, health, diets, fitness, all that kind of stuff. They contacted her because she'd already blogged about her story on her website, brookenotonadiet.com. And they said, hey, we love your journey. Can we feature you on this site? And she said, yes, absolutely. I'd love to do that. So she sent in her story, sent in photos of herself. The representative at Shape magazine said to her, oh, actually, could you send us a photo of your belly covered up? Because the photo she submitted was her in a bikini and it showed her stomach and it had basically like rolls of excess skin that just is the result of extreme weight loss. But you know what? She was proud of her belly. She's proud of her stretch marks. She's proud of her scars and she didn't want to cover it up. So good for her. This person at Shape magazine said to her, you know, all of a sudden we've now got a policy where we don't feature a lot of skin and we don't show women in bikinis. So Brooke was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And you know what? I'm just going to decline. Anyway, the story went viral. So Brooke and the editor of Shape magazine went on the Today Show and said, you know what, guys, it's all a miscommunication. The person who wrote to Brooke was not employed by Shape magazine. She was a freelance writer. She cited some policy that did not exist. So after this was all cleared out with Brooke, she decided, yes, I will go ahead and do this story of Shape magazine because they said, we're not gonna cover up your body. We're not gonna cover up any part of your story. We wanna show you how you are. We wanna celebrate with you and embrace your journey. The other thing that I experienced personally, which just kind of made me think of this ridiculous notion of beauty and perfection that was surrounded by every day in the media. I was having lunch in a cafe the other day and I saw a mother walking with her very, very cute little male toddler outside, and she was walking with him to the car. As she was putting him in her car seat, I noticed she had on her back a backpack, and it was the kid's backpack. It was a Batman backpack, and it was black, and it was in the shape of a torso, and underneath the Batman logo, there were Batman's abs. Like if you've ever seen Batman's costume, he's got, you know, sculpted abs. Then I was like, well, hang on a minute. Selling backpacks to boys, which shows this image and this notion of a superhero and that has abs attached to it and it's just a torso. The reason why I think that's bad is because I remember watching a TED Talk by Dr. Caroline Heldman from Occidental College in Los Angeles, and I put it on the website. The link is below. She gave this really, really powerful TED Talk about the notion of sex sells. And she talked about being sexual versus being sexually objectified. And they're two completely different things. Being sexual is normal. It's part of being human. It also implies someone who has power over themselves, over their sexuality. They're in control. Someone who is being sexually objectified has no power. They're the ones being acted upon by somebody else. And it's a really, really demeaning position to be in. No one should ever desire to be sexually objectified. The other thing with sexual objectification is that a lot of times in the media and advertising and fashion, you see just specific parts of a body, like just an arm, just an ass, just the boob, and they're basically dismembering bodies. And what that does is show even less power over a woman's body and says that this body part is not owned by you, it's owned by the media, it's owned by a company, and we're able to do whatever we want to this body part. Thinking about all that and having seen that video, I was looking at this backpack and the notion of a male torso with abs attached to it. This is the kind of visual imagery that this little male toddler is getting from such a young age. It's not just girls that are being brought up to have low self-esteem because of all the images they're seeing in reality TV and magazines. It's also boys too. There's so many guys who are obsessed with their bodies and their image just as much as women. It's a humankind issue and we all need to work together to break down these negative messages. So the more I thought about Brooke the blogger and Shape magazine, as well as this little toddler with the Batman backpack with the abs, it just made me realize the notion of beauty and perfection is something that is forced upon us from such a young age, especially in the Western world. In Western countries, we grow up seeing bodies, seeing people, seeing imagery from such a young age, and we're subconsciously taught to aspire to that. But it's such a futile thing because we're all so different, and the way that beauty is presented out there in media and society and culture is that it's a trend. Why can't a group of people like me and you and whoever else say, actually, that's gone? The new standard of beauty is diversity, variation, and individuality. Let's put just as much energy, in fact, more energy, on what's going on the inside, because that's what really matters. It's okay to look after your body and be fit, healthy, and happy, but don't let that be the sole focus of your life. Be sure to check out my blog, girltalkhq.com, because that's what I'm blogging about every day, Monday to Friday. It's all about positive body image messages, because that's what the media should be about. Encouraging women, not tearing each other down. So don't forget, subscribe to this channel, Girl Talk HQ. Every week I bring a new topic and I discuss why it's important for women and how we can improve upon it and just be our best radical selves as young women, millennial women out there in the world today. I'll see you next time.